yours.
You are so lying. Like your mom's friend didn't give you the ultimate present.
The ultimate shower.
Johnny is going to so flip out.
About what?
Oh, Renee gave us our honeymoon, a weekend in Biloxi on the beach.
In the honeymoon suite.
That was a surprise to me, too.
Daddy, this shower was so amazing.
She even had a harvest. So you want to give me a hand, Collier? The minivan's absolutely exploding with gifts.
Daddy, look at what Tracy got for us. Isn't this beautiful?
Did you get anything you can actually use? I just mean, you're more practical. Guess you could look at that while you're up all night feeding the baby.
Well, there's always the lovely and ever practical automatic can opener, courtesy of my mother. So, come on, let's unload that car. Stop acting like a jerk.
What do you want me to do, backflips?
A smile, a pleasant word or two. The wedding is in 5 days, and you have not lifted a finger to help.
I'm lifting my wallet, aren't I?
Kelly's got some friends here. Come on inside. Hey, Cal. How you doing?
Oh, couldn't be better.
Hey, guys, what are you doing here? Mom, Dad, this is Troy and Danny. Is Johnny with you?
No, well, we heard about your shower. We got together and got something for you guys.
We wanted to get y'all something you could use. Johnny gave us a heads up.
Something practical. Well, bring it on in.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Don't say a word, Collier.
Oh.
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. In my wild, beautiful world, you will have easy now. I'll be gone alone.
Morning.
Good morning. I can't go.
We said we were going to start walking today, no matter what. No excuses.
My daughter's wedding is not an excuse. It is a raging monster that is on my ass, and if I stop for 1 second, it's going to eat me alive.
But we went over everything 2 days ago. It's all done. What is that?
That is salt in Collier's wound, a gift to Kelly and to Johnny.
From who? I don't even have one this nice.
Their friends chipped in to give it to them. Every time Collier walks by, he just about has a seizure.
So what does Carly expect? That Johnny's going to bunk down with Davis?
Probably.
So he probably hated my gift, too, huh? That's why I didn't tell you. This way you're off the hook.
Look, it wouldn't matter. Everything is my fault these days anyway. The man is a walking time bomb. Tick, 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 tick,
Okay,
tick.
I got it.
That is what I am living with, and I don't know what's going to set it off, but it's going to happen because it's just there simmering, stewing, and churning, and the man is going to blow.
And you are completely calm and in control.
I think I'm a lot more in control than he is. Look, I just want Collier to get through the wedding. I just want him to walk her down the aisle. I want to have a nice little ceremony without any assaults or arrests.
Well, his mother and Teresa aren't going to be there, so I think you'll be fine. Listen, if anybody starts anything, including your husband, I will personally kick some ass. Now, come on, get some fresh air.
I have to talk to the florist.
No, you don't. It is a gorgeous day, and you, my darling, are going for a walk. Now,
no,
move it.
really, I can't.
Morning, ma'am. Package for Ms. Kelly Sims, priority rush. If I could have your signature right there.
It's her wedding dress.
We're not going for a walk, are we?
Ah! My daughter's wedding is in 4 days. What the hell do you mean, calm down? I'm about to come through this phone. Hello? Well, I just appreciate anything that you could do to help. Well, I know mistakes happen. It was my fault. Dwayne, that's my husband. He was worn out. The kids were crazy. I'm okay.
You're not okay, Amy. You have to leave. You have to press charges.
I tried that. He almost killed me.
There's a shelter called Safe Harbor where you and your kids could be tonight, safe. Your husband can't hurt you there.
You're both real nice and all, Miss Jackson, Miss DeMont.
But I thought that we were going to talk about my tires being crappy. Can we talk about my tires?
Your tires are 14 years old.
Yeah, but the tread came off.
The tread came off because they're 14 years old.
So you're not going to take my case?
You have no case.
Well, shoot, I was sure hoping that I could sue someone. Get a lot of money so Dwayne wouldn't have to work so hard. I can't stop a girl from dreaming. He'd find something else, Amy. If it's not money, it's your makeup or the shirt you're wearing or the kind of mustard you bought. Mr. Mott, I'm gonna need to leave if we're not gonna talk about the tires. Well, we tried.
I don't understand women like that.
Some guy hits me, I hit him back and then kick his ass out.
It's not that easy sometimes.
We offered her a place to stay, gave her a solution, but she'd rather go back and get beaten.
She doesn't see it that way. She doesn't see the choices.
This is why it's much easier to be a checkbook activist. It's a lot less frustrating.
You were the one who wanted to join my women's group.
The next time I have a bright idea, kick me in the shin.
We haven't mailed out the invitations for next month's fundraiser. There's still time to take your name off the committee.
No, I don't want to quit, but there's got to be a better way of coming at this. These women are just walking back into a war zone.
With waves of B-52 heavy bombers, the North Vietnamese capital and primary port cities had been considered off limits.
Sorry, Emmy. Let's go outside and play. The news is almost over. Mickey Mouse Club is on next.
Renee Jackson, how am I supposed to start supper when half the kitchen is on this table? Get in here and clean up this mess.
Yes, ma'am.
And what on earth were you doing?
I was putting together a care package for Elston. Sorry.
Nothing that'll go bad. It may take a while for his contact to find him.
Geez, Renee, Elston's in Canada. Can't he just walk into a store and get this stuff? Not all of it. They don't sell Dixie chips anywhere in Canada, and they're Elston's favorite. In Vietnam, they don't even have potato chips. Mary Elizabeth, let her go. She'll get over it.
Renee, your friend is hurting, and I don't like this cold heart I see. She loves her brother just as much as you love yours, and I expect a little more understanding and compassion from you.
Well, she makes me feel guilty, Mama, because Johnny's fighting and Elston went to Canada.
Mary Elizabeth can't make you feel anything you don't want to feel. Now, you think about that while you finish your brother's package.
Mom, can we bake Johnny some more cookies tomorrow?
I think 6 dozen is quite enough for now.
What smells so good? I'm starving.
It's Friday, Teresa. Tuna casserole. I believe it's your turn to set the table.
Well, yes, ma'am.
Need more ice cubes, Casper.
How the two prettiest girls in Birmingham doing tonight? Get over here and give your Uncle Jimmy some sugar, Mary Elizabeth, right here.
Tell your Uncle Jimmy who's sitting next to you in class now.
Just a boy, Michael.
A colored boy right across the aisle.
You gotta blame the church for letting them niggas in like that, you know? It's a whole family of monkeys at Mass last week sitting right up front.
You retard. Why didn't you tell me Uncle Jimmy was here?
You didn't ask.
Well, you should have told me anyway. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole loaf of bread. Do we have any mayonnaise?
You're acting like you haven't eaten in a week, Teresa.
So what are you staring at?
You? Why are your eyes so red?
'Cause I'm the devil. Came all the way from the mighty flames of hell just to get you.
Quit it, Teresa! Stop!
Oh, Dixie chips.
Those are for Johnny.
Oh, not anymore.
Hey, Teresa.
Shut up inside the table. I'll tell Uncle Jimmy that Renee was here 3 times last week.
Fine.
I thought you quit.
I'm not smoking it, I'm just holding it. What are you doing here?
Came by to see if there's anything I can do to help. Didn't know I was entering the house of tension.
Stick around, it's about to get worse. I'm gonna have to tell Collier you're gonna need to put some more money in the checking account. At least 1,000.
Borrow it from me. Save yourself the agony.
I can't.
Why? It'll be a gift to the mother of the bride.
Thank you.
I just want it to be perfect, you know? I just want it to be everything that my wedding wasn't. Maybe even a few people smiling.
I'll smile. I promise.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now put me to work. What can I do?
Snap your fingers and make it 3 days from now?
Try again.
Snap your fingers and make my stomach stop hurting.
What else?
Well, I've got a few more bills to pay, and then I have to run over to Mother's and get something old for Kelly, a brooch that the women in my family have worn for generations on their wedding day.
You wore a brooch?
Hell no. I wore a marijuana patch that came off Johnny's Army uniform, but Mother thinks I wore the brooch.
So, what's the word on Kelly's wedding dress?
Oh, they found it in Oklahoma City. They swear it's going to be here by tomorrow.
That's good news.
Did you get your tux?
Didn't have time.
What if it needs alteration?
I'll get to it.
What about the suit for rehearsal dinner?
Decided to go with the black one. Just seemed right for some reason.
Listen, how about I go pick up the brooch for you? Bring it to you in the morning when we go for our walk.
Renee.
Emmy, we are going for a walk. If for no other reason, I want to make sure you're still alive.
I'll get it, Captain. Well, Renee Jackson.
Who is it, Jimmy?
Hello, Mrs. O'Brien.
Renee. Come inside, dear.
Yeah, come on inside. I hear we're having a wedding.
Can I get you something, dear? We're having supper. Have you eaten?
Thank you. I just came by to pick up a brooch. Emmy told me you know which one.
Of course. It's lovely. Don't want your food getting cold, Jimmy. I'll go get that brooch.
I couldn't eat another bite if you made me.
Oh, all right. I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Did you get invited to the wedding?
I'm not going to discuss the wedding with you, Jimmy.
'Cause I didn't. Why do you suppose that is? Might just show up anyway. Surprise everybody. I'll probably be the only one wearing white.
Got it. Right here. Set to go.
Did you just threaten to disrupt Kelly's wedding?
Jimmy.
If anything happens, you'll know who's responsible.
Catherine, she is lying through her nigger teeth.
You will not talk like that in my house, Jimmy. Renee, I am sorry.
I'll give this to Emmy.
St. Bernadette's, right? Maybe I'll send some flowers.
Hello?
Collier? Hi, it's Renee.
Oh, hold on a second. I'll get her.
No. I want to talk to you. I don't think he'll do anything.
He doesn't have the guts.
I felt I should tell you anyway.
I wish he would. I'd love to get my hands around his neck. Thanks for coming to me with this first. Guess I'll have to tell Mary Elizabeth. Just another thing for her to worry about.
How are you doing with all of this?
Which part?
All of it. The wedding, the new roommates, grandchild.
Did you hear about the doves?
Doves?
Oh, Kelly wants 2 doves to fly off right after they cut the cake. I don't think it's funny. She also wants a harpist for the reception. Do you know where I can find one?
Collier, feel free to be pissed at me for the shower, the whole honeymoon thing, but don't take it out on Emmy.
I'm not pissed.
You seem a bit pissed.
Oh, now you're going to tell me how I feel, what I should do?
No.
Good.
But I am going to tell you this. Emmy really needs you right now. You need each other.
Well, what I really need is another beer. I think I'll head down to the Hammer.
You and Collier fight more than any 2 people I know. That's because he's always wrong. Well, you just make people think they're wrong, but sometimes we're not. What are you talking about? I mean, that cigarette smells horrible. It smells like a skunk. Figures, I got it from Teresa. Maybe it's some kind of fancy cigarette from France. Elston's fighting the war his way in Canada, just like Johnny's fighting it his way in Vietnam. I know. You do? Doesn't mean I have to like it. You get something to eat? I'm starving. I'm supposed to meet Henry. I'm supposed supposed to go meet Collier. Well, let's go. I feel kind of weird. What's wrong? What's so funny? I don't know.
A woman's never going to be elected president, Mary Elizabeth.
Wrong again.
Think a colored man will ever be president?
No.
They said the same thing about Catholics, but Kennedy did it.
Well, a colored and a Catholic, there's a big difference there, Renee. Smell.
Smells like a skunk.
I mean, I don't think that's a normal cigarette.
Hey, look, the cops are at your house.
You better go.
Why are the cops at your house?
It's just your uncle.
Just her mean uncle who hates Negroes. Let's go.
See you later.
You better put out that cigarette, Mary Elizabeth.
I thought I heard my favorite niece's voice out here. Hey, Collier. Well, am I going to get some sugar? Oh, oh. What are you smoking, girl? Where did you get this, girl?
Oh, Uncle Jimmy, you're hurting my
A
arm.
whole lot more you's gonna hurt before this night is over. You don't answer my questions. Now, you get your law-breaking butt inside.
All beaten by men they loved.
What's your point?
I was going over these reports last night, and I started thinking about what kind of man does that to a woman, and I kept coming back to a coward.
If you want to be that nice.
How about a roach?
You're getting warmer.
And that is exactly what I want to do to these men. Expose them to the light.
How?
Publish their names in the newspaper.
Renee.
Or on a billboard. Criminal convictions are a matter of public record.
We can't do that.
Why not? It's time to put a face on the abuser instead of the victim.
We can't expose ourselves to that kind of liability.
They've done it with drunk drivers and men arrested for solicitation. I know it's controversial, but talk about raising awareness.
In addition to the litigious nightmare we would face, this could ruin too many lives.
Domestic violence is what ruins lives.
Renee, it's almost 6.
Thanks, Lakeisha. Speaking of domestic violence, I have a rehearsal dinner to attend. These crab cakes are wonderful.
Aren't they? I think it's the cilantro.
Weren't the kids right behind us? Where are they?
Well, Johnny said he wanted to take some pictures at the church. They'll be here. He also said that you and Mary Elizabeth, that you were friends growing up.
Best friends. Best friends.
She always spend this much time in the bathroom?
Oh, she has a little upset stomach.
Know that feeling.
In fact, I think I'll go check on her. Excuse me.
Renee?
Collier, I'm starting to worry about Emmy. Is she still in the bathroom?
I sent Davis to check on her a minute ago.
I hear the rehearsal really went great.
You fix me up with another one, Joey?
Sure does smell good in here, Miss Jackson.
Oh, hey, Renee. Oh, where's Mom?
Bathroom. Stomach.
Oh, that's gonna be you in a few days, man.
Poor Johnny. Tell's been living in the bathroom for months.
Oh. Hey, Daddy.
Mr. Sims.
Hey, Johnny, come here. Have you been drinking?
No, sir.
Kelly, you're marrying a liar.
Daddy, don't do this, okay? Nobody's drunk. Can we just eat dinner?
Say, how many rolls of films you take, huh?
A lot.
Because you kept closing your eyes.
All y'all were acting like clowns.
Troy, what's that you're drinking? Why don't you let me have the cup? Let me have the cup, Troy.
Beer? Look, we just had a couple beers, Dad. I mean, it's no big deal.
Oh, it's a big deal.
Johnny, were you driving? Boy, I asked you, were you driving?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that makes it a real big deal. Just what the hell are you thinking?
We're going to deal with this young man, but not tonight.
No, I want to settle this right now.
Reggie, not tonight. Tonight, we're going to eat dinner. We're going to eat dinner and celebrate. Now, don't you think that's the best thing? Reggie. Collier?
Sure.
Fine. Let's all go eat.
Hello, honey. Hi, Mom. How are you feeling?
She's better.
I was just trying to come up with a toast, if you don't mind my going first. And I was thinking that maybe if you and a Johnny want a little sip of champagne, I think that'll be just fine. What on earth was in their minds, drinking and driving tonight of all nights? Can't even get themselves to the restroom responsibly. How the hell are they going to get through marriage and a baby? Collier.
That food was awful.
Collier.
Where's the bread? I thought you went to the store today.
Collier.
What?
Are you going to tear the kitchen apart over a loaf of Wonder Bread? Or are you going to tell me what's really getting at you?
I'm not the one hollering and screaming here. I'm fine.
Well, if you're fine, then why are you obsessing about a sandwich when you just had a 5-course meal?
What, Mary Elizabeth? What do you want me to say?
I want you to get it out. Whatever crap you're feeling, I want you to do it right here in front of me instead of in front of Kelly and the whole church.
I might not be at that church.
You what?
The way I feel, I don't think I can walk Kelly down the aisle.
You bastard. Don't you dare go there.
Now I know how your father felt.
And do you have any idea how I felt? Do you know that it was like a knife in my heart going down that aisle without him? Oh, Collier, don't do this. She'll never forgive you. Well, say something! Say anything!
I really have nothing to say.
Is Daddy still mad at me?
He's not thrilled, no.
What about you?
It was beyond stupid, Kel.
Mom, I didn't have anything to drink. I swear.
Well, you got in the car. That's just as bad. You are about to be a wife and a mother. You've got to learn how to be in control and take responsibility even when a Johnny doesn't.
I know. I'm sorry. So is a Johnny. We'll be more careful.
You working on your vows?
Every time I sit down, I get a block.
Well, what is it you want to say? You want to talk about how much you love him or how you hope your life might be in 50 years?
Oh, God.
What?
I'm scared, Mom.
Good. I'd be worried if you weren't. This is big. It's the biggest thing you'll ever do in your life.
Stop. You're making it worse. I know I love him. I do.
It's not just about love, Kel. You're committing yourself to another human being for the rest of your life. It's about respect and trust and compromise and a million other things that I don't even have a handle on yet.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for this.
Well, I can't answer that for you.
Neither can I.
All I can say is do what you know when your heart is right.
But this just ain't right.
I've seen enough, thanks.
What makes these women get with guys like this in the first place?
Sure, at one point, they were in love.
Love and temporary insanity, maybe. Jackson Loft. Oh, hi, Miss Dumont. Yeah, she's right here.
Hey, Donna, glad you called. I was just pulling names from the police report. Okay? Sure, I'll meet you at the shelter. Donna?
I don't want you to run the ads, Renee.
What? Why?
Come here. You feel that soft place? Right there where the ribs should be. He crushed them so bad they were pressing down on the lung. The doctors took 2 out so I could breathe. Hence the svelte waistline my friends have always been jealous of. I could never tell them it was because my ex-husband almost killed me one night.
Donna, I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
I worked hard to keep it that way. Driving to different hospitals in other states, rarely calling the police. I didn't file a report till '98.
And you don't want me to run this ad because your ex-husband's name is in one of those files. How'd you keep it out of the race for DA?
They were getting close. But I got lucky. I got cancer.
Damn it. This is not right. You have no reason to be ashamed. He's the one who should be cowering and lying about his image. He's the one who should be emotionally scarred for the rest of his life.
You don't understand. It'd be too hard putting it out there like that.
Haven't you carried this secret long enough?
I can't do it, Renee. I'm sorry.
Is that all you got to say for yourself, that you're sorry? You're gonna have to do a hell of a lot better than that.
Do you have any idea what marijuana is? It makes you crazy. It makes you think you're starving. You'll eat anything in sight. It's the devil weed, Mary Elizabeth.
Nothing but pure evil, and it will eat your soul.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'll never do it again.
Now tell us where you got it.
I can't.
And why's that?
I just can't.
You better not be protecting that little nigger friend of yours.
No, Renee had nothing to do with it.
Then who did?
May Elizabeth answer the question.
I think there's only one way we're going to for.
The smoking of an illegal marijuana cigarette will lead to a darkened life of crime. This mind-altering substance not only causes a severe
There's a
reduction
reason devil weed's gotten into our houses in the first place. Niggas. Always mixing in where they don't belong. Trying to bring that filth along with them.
concluded that even one marijuana cigarette can result in bizarre and dangerous
Turn it off.
behavior, such as
Seen enough?
here in this
Please,
addictive
Uncle Jimmy, I don't want to see anymore.
Consumption of this devil weed permanently affects one's psychological as well as physical.
I hate to show you this stuff, Peanut. I do, but it's the only way you're going to see how dangerous marijuana really is.
I can't believe that man was going to jump.
That's the deadly result of not one, but two marijuana cigarettes. Now, darling, I am doing this for your own good. If you're not going to tell me who gave it to you, you better do something else.
What?
You better at least try to save them.
On to hell with it.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to move this thing upstairs. What does it look like? Want to help me?
Leave it there.
What a good idea, and it goes so well with the rest of the decor here. Come on, Collier, help me. They can't sleep on the dining room floor.
I really don't care where they sleep. I'm going out.
Oh, perfect, Collier. Perfect.
Hey, second time in a week. Some wedding you're having here, huh?
Yeah, if we have one at all. Thank you.
Morning, Daddy. Where's Mom?
Picking up some last-minute things to the reception.
Oh, no delivery guys here this morning? Dress better get here pretty soon, huh? Daddy, I'm sorry about the rehearsal dinner. I really am.
Okay, fine.
It's my wedding day. Aren't you gonna at least talk to me? You're gonna be there, right? Right?
I gotta go wash the car.
Daddy?
A blender, Renee? I mean, what the hell is he trying to prove, huh?
that races don't mix?
I mean, the man is insane and a coward. He will not show up at the wedding.
I don't even know if my own husband is gonna show.
Collier will be there.
Oh, crap. That's probably the florist. Oh, my God. I'm supposed to be at the church by now. Listen, I'll see you there, okay?
Yeah, I'm just wrapping up a few things at the office. I'll see you there. Hey.
Thought I might find you here.
I just like to get a little bit of work done on Saturdays.
So how's the ad coming?
I'm not running his name, if that's what you're asking.
Actually, I came here to tell you to print it, Renee.
Really?
Yes, in big, bold letters. Hell, run his picture with it if you want.
Oh, well, that's quite a turnaround. What gives?
I thought a lot about what you said. And I talked to some friends last night about it over about 6 bottles of wine. And, well, we came up with quite a few solutions.
You did?
Yeah. One of them is over at the shelter.
Harbor last night. Dwayne went nuts, especially when I took his baseball card collection.
This used to be Jim's favorite.
Renee, she's in big trouble. Well, do your parents know the marijuana was Teresa's? No. Or are you going to tell them? No. She should tell them herself. Let them yell at her like they did at me. Oh, but what if something happens to her? That'd be awful.
Not that awful.
Come on, Renee. Be serious. What should I do?
I don't know. Just follow her around. Make sure she doesn't do something crazy.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good start.
Oh, Emmy, wait up. I almost forgot. Here for Johnny, since they don't have him in Vietnam.
Thanks, Renee. Tell Eston hey for me in your letter, okay?
Teresa, no! Don't do it! What on earth are you doing? Let go of me!
I thought that you were...
You thought that what? I was baking a cake like Mama asked?
Teresa, marijuana can give you 2-headed babies and make you jump off of buildings and stuff.
Why are you telling me this, Spaz?
Because I got the cigarette out of your jacket.
Please don't tell Mama and Daddy. Please, Spaz, I'm begging you.
Teresa, I'm not going to fib for you anymore. You gotta tell them.
There'll be hell to pay if you ever go down that path again, Mary Elizabeth. And if I ever find out who the hell gave it to you, they'll be in worse shape.
Daddy, I know where she got it.
Let's hear it then.
From Renee's brother, Elston, the one who ran off to Canada.
What? No, she is lying.
Stop trying to protect him. You know I'm right.
Mary Elizabeth, is this true?
Of course it's true, Mama.
Damn commies. Go and run off to a foreign country, then send their garbage back to the States.
Yeah. I really hate people who can't stand up and do the right thing.
That boy is lucky he's in Canada.
Yes. Thank God.
Oh, thank God. My dress is finally here.
Actually not. They couldn't find it. They lost it someplace on the other side of the Mississippi.
Well, then what's this? Mom, I don't want to wear your dress.
Well, they cleaned and pressed it, and they didn't find any yellow spots on it or anything.
I don't want to wear it.
And why not?
Because I know if you really wanted me to, you would have given it to me sooner.
Well, of course I want you to wear my dress. You never asked. I didn't think you wanted to. Listen, It's the most important day in your life. I want everything to be perfect. Just, well, think of it as something borrowed.
What if it doesn't fit?
Well, you're only a little further along than I was, and I got into it.
What? Mom, I don't know how to be a wife or a mother.
You'll do just fine.
How do you know that? I don't even know that right now.
I know it because I love you. And I'll always be there for you, no matter what.
I love you too. Is Daddy here yet?
So, how's the mother of the bride holding up?
Holding up pretty good. How are you?
We're doing all right.
It's hard to believe this day's actually here, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is.
Gail.
I believe it's time, Emmy.
You see my husband?
No.
Well, I'm just gonna have to find him.
He's probably on his way right now. Let's take time. I'll walk her down the aisle if I have to.
Mom. Come on. It's done.
Love you and honor you all the days of my life.
Kelly and Johnny have pledged their love and commitment in front of God and all of you. Now they'd like to share something they've written to each other.
I know that I'm not a perfect person, and the world's not a perfect place. But when I'm with you, it feels like it is. Kelly, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life trying to make your world as perfect as you make mine. I love you, Kelly. I'll always love you.
I believe we only have one true love. And from the first time I met you, I knew you were mine. You're my best friend. And I know in my heart our love will only grow stronger. So I look forward to the next 50 years and the 50 after that and then 50 after that. Johnny, I'll love you forever.
By the powers vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder.
It's an African tradition that when a couple becomes husband and wife, they join hands and they jump over a broom. This symbolizes the sweeping away of the old and the welcoming of the new.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Mr. and Mrs. Johnny and Kelly Williams.
Who got it upstairs?
Davis and a few of his friends. I thought the reception was awfully nice, didn't you? People had fun. I sure wish you'd asked me to dance at least once.
Not really in a dancing mood, Mary Elizabeth. I'll get it.
Hello, Daddy. I'm sorry, I forgot my house keys.
We're both really tired. Decided to wait till tomorrow to drive to the beach. Oh, no, wait, baby. We gotta do this right.
What are you doing?
I'm not staying here. Not with them sleeping 2 doors away. I can't, Mary Elizabeth. I can't live here with some black kid doing my daughter down the hall.
Collier.
This is my house and my family. So I want you to go upstairs and tell them to get out right now, or I'm leaving.
Are you asking me to choose between you and the kids? You've never asked me that. Not once.
Well, I'm asking you now.
Uh-oh. You're not dressed.
I forgot.
Go change. We're going for a walk.
I can walk around my living room.
Emmy, do you want to start exercising or not? If you do, we have got to make a commitment.
Renee, Collier has left me. Or I kicked him out, however you want to look at it.
What happened?
Kelly and Johnny were too tired to go on their honeymoon last night, so they stayed here. They left this morning. My redneck Bubba of a husband wasn't comfortable with that, so he gave me a choice. They could stay or he could stay. Guess who I chose?
Where is he?
Don't know, don't care. I had it. Collier Sims has gone too damn far this time, and I am gonna call his racist butt bluff, making me choose between him and my kids.
Emmy?
He's gonna come crawling home before dinner, but guess what? He's gonna get a little surprised out there in the front yard.
Honey, what are you doing?
I'm gonna set his clothes on fire.
Wow, thought only black women did that.
Come on, help me carry this stuff outside.
No, this is ridiculous.
You didn't hear what he said. If you had heard what he said, you would want to burn his truck, too.
I don't need to hear what he said. What's amazing is that he hasn't said it until now, Emmy. Kelly is having sex with her black husband 2 doors down the hall from his room. Collier's come a long way, but that's asking a lot of any man. Don't burn his clothes. You're just gonna have to buy him new ones, and that's money you'll need for diapers and therapy.
Fine.
You're gonna have to be patient with Collier.
I've been patient. You have seen me be
more patient.
Okay. I will. That'll give me just enough time to take out another life insurance policy out on that son of a bitch.
to say I was a little surprised when you ran for DA. I try to keep an open mind.
And failed miserably, I'm sure.
You really think you got the stomach to prosecute?
Can and do, so long as it's justified.
I got the impression that you think there's a lot of gray injustice.
That's why you didn't vote for me?
I voted for my boss, about whom you said some pretty nasty things.
I'm not going to apologize, Carrie. I honestly don't think that Gary Allen's a very effective DA.
Look, can we go somewhere and talk? Believe it or not, he has a favor to ask of you. A close relative of Gary's has been charged with Class A felony, and we need a prosecutor. Anyone from the DA's office will be suspected of bias, so we're going outside of the department.
To me.
If there's anyone who won't cut the district attorney any slack, it's his past opponent, Renee Jackson.
Smart.
Are you game?
Maybe, maybe not.
When all is said and done, you'll have some legitimate prosecutorial experience.
Gee, you mean Gary Allen's doing me a favor?
Admit it, regardless of his agenda, this will still look pretty damn good on your resume.
What's the charge?
His nephew, Matthew, has been accused of rape.
Oh, no. Next time, call me when he wants his parking tickets fixed.
You can't handle it?
I'm not buying into a rape case.
Gary believes Matthew's innocent.
That doesn't surprise me. Whose idea was this anyway?
Gary's. You made it perfectly clear during your campaign how you feel about harsher sentencings for rape.
Legislation doesn't support my beliefs.
You gotta start somewhere.
Control S. Saved.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm sorry. I thought it was Collier.
I have the top of Kelly's cake here you forgot last night. You need to put it in the freezer and save it for our first anniversary.
Well, thanks. You looked awful pretty at the wedding yesterday. Did I tell you?
You had a lot on your mind.
I can't believe Kelly's married.
She is, and I think things went as well as can be expected. Consider it.
Considering?
I don't believe in it, Mary Elizabeth.
Marriage?
Blacks and whites, Mary. Don't get me wrong. Aside from the premarital sex, I think that Johnny's a fine young man. I just don't understand why Kelly couldn't find him in white.
Find him in white?
Caucasian.
What does that matter?
Because it does.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to. You have to make it matter.
I am not the only person that feels this way. Your own husband disapproves.
Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure that Collier is right down the street at Sparky's. I bet y'all could rent Birth of a Nation and have yourselves a good old time together.
Don't be ugly, Mary Elizabeth.
Let me tell you something. I have a black son-in-law. You have a Vietnamese grandson, and you're about to have a black great-grandchild. When are you going to accept it, Mama?
I have allowed Renee inside this house, but this time you have gone too far, Mary Elizabeth. A colored boy sitting inside my living room on my new sofa. I want them both out. Right now.
Yes, ma'am.
If your father saw this, you wouldn't walk for a week.
But the law says that they can go anywhere they want to now.
I am the law in your life. Understand me? Now get those Negroes out of my house.
My dad's in construction, and his boss is donating $50 to whoever wins the ring toss.
My dad's an architect. His company's donating $500 to whoever wins the dart game.
$500?
Yeah, too bad your dad isn't an architect.
Too bad your dad's not a doctor, because the hospital's donating $1,000 to whoever wins the cakewalk, and everyone knows I'm the best walker there is.
Bet you $1.
Oh, you're on. Come on, you guys. We gotta go. Collier and Henry bet they're each gonna win the cakewalk. My money's on my Henry. Come on, let's go now.
I'm gonna win you the biggest teddy bear at the carnival, too, Snuggles.
No, I will be winning Mary Elizabeth's biggest teddy bear.
I don't even like teddy bears, Collier.
That's not the point, Mary Elizabeth. After you.
No, after you.
Oh, no, after you.
You first.
You first, because that's the only first you're gonna get today, buddy.
Both of you, go!
Thank you for coming by so late. Please, sit down.
Hey.
I've gone over your case, but I still need to hear it from you.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm sorry.
Look, could we just get started?
I need you to take me through exactly what happened, and then we'll talk strategy. Mind if I record you?
I was with some friends at a bar, the Blue Onion. I met this guy, Matthew. We started talking, and he ended up giving me a ride home.
At whose invitation?
His. But I invited him into my apartment like an idiot.
Is this the man you were with?
Yeah.
What happened next?
Once we were inside my place, he was just on me.
On you? How?
Kissing me, touching me.
Did you tell him to stop? Did you try to get away?
Yes, but he was too strong. Look, could you please move his picture?
We'll get through this, I promise. But I need to know exactly what happened that night, moment by moment.
He threw me on my back, on the couch. He grabbed both my wrists with his hand and jerked my arms above my head. I think I screamed. He slapped me and told me that I wanted it, that I was a bitch in heat and that I was bad and all these other unbelievable things. He pushed his knee into me to separate my legs. He started to rape me, and I screamed, and he jerked my head up by my hair. He shoved himself into my mouth, and he just kept jamming it in my throat so hard I started to gag. I threw up on him. I mean, I couldn't help it. I honestly thought this guy was gonna kill me. His hands, they were so huge. Oh, he grabbed me around the waist and he flipped me over on my stomach. He said that I needed to be punished. And the more I screamed, the harder he just pushed into me. The pain, it felt like fire. And I passed out.
Where you been?
Sparky's.
I was starting to get worried.
I should have called.
You want some breakfast?
I stopped by to pick up some clothes, Mary Elizabeth.
To pick up some clothes.
I told you I can't be here if Ajani's staying here.
Does that mean you're going back to Sparky's?
Yes.
You're moving out?
I'm not staying in this house.
This is what we agreed on.
No! This is what you wanted, and you got it, just like everything else, from the moment we got married. And like always, I'm just supposed to eat it. Well, not this time. What happened to my clothes?
What do you want, Collier?
I want to know what happened to my damn clothes.
I'm thinking about burning them.
Burning them? You're crazy.
I'm crazy. You're the one who wants to live with a guy who keeps a car engine in his dining room.
If you had listened to me, really listened to me, Kelly would have never gotten married.
She would have gotten married in Mississippi, scared and alone. Would that have made you happy?
So we did what made you happy. We had a wedding, jumped over a broomstick, and 2 damn doves flew out of a cage.
Oh, fine. I'm the big, bad, controlling bitch who always gets what she wants because this was my dream, that Kelly would grow up and get pregnant and marry a black Baptist teenager.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
You told her that she could come and stay here until that baby was 2 months old.
I can't do it.
You can, you just won't.
Can't, won't, whatever. I'll be down at Sparky's.
You just tell me something.
If a Johnny was white, would you still be leaving?
If a Johnny was white, he'd have a different name.
Would you leave?
No!
Can we speed this up? Mr. Allen stipulates to everything in Miss Thornton's statement up to entering her apartment.
Miss Jackson, nothing different happened that night than any other night. I met a woman and had sex. Kim was great. We had a hot night. I don't know why she's doing this.
Maybe it's the 3 stitches in her rectum, or the bruised rib, or the bloody bite mark on her breast.
All consensual.
It got wild. I don't know what you want me to say.
Did you call Miss Thornton a bitch?
Playing around, maybe.
Did you say you wanted to hurt her?
No.
Did you sodomize her?
She wanted it.
She wanted you to hurt her?
Some women are into that.
Into what? Being raped?
Into rough sex.
This is bizarre. I emailed Kim the next day and asked her out. Why would I do that if I didn't have a great time? This is out of nowhere, man. There's got to be something wrong with her.
It was all consensual, and Kimberly is crazy.
Of course, one of those women who like it rough.
Begs for it, actually. She wanted to have her rectum torn to shreds.
He said, she said. If the jury believes him, it nullifies all the evidence in the rape kit since he's not contesting the sex.
This is so damn wrong. Do you know how many years you get for grand theft auto?
Minimum 10.
And rape?
The same.
Unbelievable.
You can sell a gram of coke and get the same punishment if you raped a woman. Are you sure you feel okay, boss?
I'm just tired. I didn't get very much sleep last night.
Well, you better wake up. You're due in court in 2 hours.
Come on, lunch is on me. You should eat something.
Just bring me anything. I have too much work to do in less than 2 hours to do it in.
Relax, it's only me. And you are going to be late. You know how Judge Leonard doesn't like to be kept waiting?
In the matter of State versus Allen, I request that Your Honor instruct the jury to apply the Alabama hate crime statute when considering Matthew Allen's verdict.
What?
Your client hates women. That's why he raped Miss Thornton.
What in God's name are you doing?
Questioning Miss Jackson is not your job, Mr. Campanelli. It's mine. Miss Jackson, what in God's name are you doing?
Trying this case is a hate crime.
Rape is not a hate crime.
I wouldn't exactly call it an act of love. In applying the Alabama hate crime statute, it will add another 5 years to his sentence.
The statute does not cover gender, and you know it.
But it does protect victims with a physical disability.
There's nothing wrong with Miss Thornton.
Disability also means disadvantage. Matthew Allen is 6'4" tall. Miss Thornton is barely 5 feet. If she were bigger and stronger, this rape never would have happened.
Alleged rape.
We'll see about that.
Oh, this is outrageous. She can't do this.
Both of you, research the argument and meet with me prior to the time I charge the jury on law. And, although I am not convinced by a long shot, Miss Jackson, for now, I will allow evidence regarding the hate crime charge to be presented.
This is unbelievable.
Yes, it is, isn't it? But it's still my decision. And contrary to occasional public opinion, I do know what I'm doing.
Told you I knew what I was doing. When it comes to throwing darts, I'm the best there is.
We should really get a Band-Aid on your finger, Collier.
It's fine, Mary Elizabeth.
How'd you cut your finger with the dart anyway?
Must be that special technique you were talking about.
Come on, everybody. Let's go ride the bumper cars.
I thought you wanted me to win you a stuffed animal.
You wanted to win me a stuffed animal.
What's it gonna be, Snookums? A dog? Or a tiger?
I don't care, as long as it's big and soft.
You're going to get a stuffed animal whether you like it or not.
win that for Renee, too?
Well, sorry, Hen, but that's not gonna happen because I'll be winning it for Mary Elizabeth.
Oh, don't tell me this is all about the size of their weenies.
When you get down to it.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Conscious or unconscious, some white men are threatened by black men. It's the whole black stud thing. And, of course, you know, the contamination of their women. I bet you anything, if Davis had brought home a black girlfriend, none of this would be an issue.
Bad day?
Yes.
The rape case?
What is it with men in power? I don't get it.
They just gotta mark their territory. Even Collier admitted that it was because of Johnny was black.
Wouldn't you rather have him admit that he's a racist than deny it?
He's not a racist. Well, he's not a racist. He's not an Uncle Jimmy racist. I mean, maybe he's a little R racist, but not a big R racist.
Okay.
Do you think he's a big R racist?
I don't know. Are the Bubbas of the world big R racist or little R racist?
Do you think the only reason he gets along with you is because you don't have a penis?
We both know how deep this crap goes. Give him a break. You need to talk to him.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to him.
Don't tell me this is about Frankie.
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
Why the hell are you talking about it here?
Are you threatened by it, Johnny?
Oh, give me a break.
I think you are. You got through the dating and the pregnancy and even the wedding, but what you can't take is a Johnny making love to Kelly in your own house.
You don't come out here and get in my face like this in front of my whole crew.
You tell me something. If Davis was dating a black girl, would you have a problem with that?
Not if it changed his mind about becoming a priest.
When did you become such an unbelievable ass?
About the same time you became such an unbelievable bitch.
Hi.
Welcome home.
How was the honeymoon?
Oh, it was amazing. Oh, the suite was beautiful.
Oh, good. Where's the Johnny?
He's still sleeping. Is Daddy up?
No, he went to work early. Vitamins?
Every day.
How you been feeling?
A little tired.
Didn't get much sleep?
You mean the dark circles?
I mean the thin walls.
Oh.
Just fair warning, okay? Would you like eggs for breakfast?
Did Daddy hear?
No, he was spared. He wasn't home. You want bacon?
He wasn't home last night?
No, he was working. It's a big job. What kind of toast does a Johnny like?
Mom, would you chill on the breakfast for a second? He hasn't come home, has he?
Of course he has. He was home yesterday.
You guys are fighting, aren't you?
Look, married people fight, Kel. All right, trust me on this one. You'll see.
But you're fighting because of me.
No, we're not. It's not about you. It's between your dad and me.
I heard you guys. The night of the wedding. I heard what Daddy said.
He's just having a little trouble adjusting, honey. He'll come around.
You sure?
Yeah. We'll get through it. So let me fix your breakfast. Here. Have some more juice.
Sure.
Tell me, Miss Thornton, did you consent to your rectum being torn?
Of course not.
Did you consent to the 11 bruises around your pelvis?
No.
Did you consent to having sexual relations with the defendant?
No. I consented to letting him drive me home. No more, no less.
Why did you let him drive you home?
He said he didn't want me walking alone. I thought he was a nice, thoughtful guy.
When you got back to your apartment, what happened to that nice, thoughtful guy?
He just changed. He was violent. He was angry. He attacked me.
Did you try to fight him off?
He was so strong. I couldn't get away from him.
What did he say to you?
He said that I was a bad girl and that he had to punish me. And that if I took my punishment like a good girl, then he wouldn't have to do this again.
So in the report you gave to the police, you claim you did not consent to sexual relations.
That is correct.
When was the last time you did have sex?
Objection whether or not my client's sexually active is irrelevant.
Your Honor, my client claims that sex was consensual.
Mr. Campanelli.
Rough, but consensual.
What are you doing?
Well, if Miss Thornton has a history of this sort of behavior...
A woman can be raped without being a virgin.
Oh, here she goes again.
Stop it, both of you. Alabama Rule of Evidence 412 excludes testimony of a victim's sexual past. Sustained.
After your evening of passionate, consensual lovemaking...
Your Honor, please!
This is not a soap opera, Mr. Campanelli. It's a rape trial.
Alleged rape trial, Your Honor.
Let's keep that in mind, shall we?
After the evening you and my client had relations, did you ever hear from him again?
Of course not.
I'd like to call your attention to Exhibit 5. Ever see this email before?
Yes.
Would you read it for us, please?
Dear Kimmy, it's refreshing to meet a woman who is so free and willing to try anything. I had a great time last night. I hope we can do it again sometime. Matthew.
Now, I thought you said you never heard from him again.
Well, I thought that you were asking did I ever talk to him again. I misunderstood what you were
Maybe you misunderstood my client that evening as well.
We're just getting started. Plenty of time. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Daddy?
What are you doing here? I thought you were on your, you know...
On our honeymoon?
Yeah, whatever you call it.
We got back last night.
Uh-huh.
We had a real nice time, in case you were wondering.
Look, Kel, I'm real busy here.
So busy that you haven't been home since the wedding?
Look, that's between me and your mother. It has nothing to do with you.
Does it have to do with the Johnny?
I don't have time to talk about that right now. I'm real busy, Kel.
Why do you hate him, Daddy? He's a good guy. He did what a lot of other boys his age wouldn't have done. I know you can relate to that.
I don't hate him.
I'm your daughter. Shouldn't you at least be happy that I found someone who is as good to me as you? Why can't you just be happy?
Kel, don't you have some work to do? Can we talk about this later?
Sure. Just so you know, we're trying to save up enough money for an apartment, so don't worry. We'll be out of your way soon enough.
You better stay out of my way. I'm winning that bear for Mary Elizabeth, and that cake has got my name on it.
I don't think so. I'm doing them both for Renee.
Do you think he hurt himself?
She was in great physical pain during the examination for the rape kit. She was frightened. She couldn't stop shaking. It's very common with victims of sexual violence.
When you say sexual violence, are you talking about injuries that occurred during consensual intercourse that went too far? Or that of sex crimes?
In this instance, I am referring to a sex crime.
As an emergency room physician at Birmingham General, have you ever treated patients for injuries received during consensual, rough intercourse?
I have.
And would you say that Ms. Thornton's injuries are similar to those of willing participants who got carried away?
There are some similarities in the injuries.
While the injuries may be the same, can you describe the difference in the patient's behavior who've engaged in consensual sex to that of Miss Thornton?
They're much more subdued. I mean, they're more embarrassed than anything. Kimberly was traumatized.
They're not in shock or frightened.
Not at all.
Is it even remotely possible that my client and Ms. Thornton had consensual intercourse?
Anything is possible.
Doctor, do you believe that Kimberly and the defendant engaged in consensual sex?
No. I can't imagine anyone consenting to that.
Good morning. Come by to pick up some more of your clothes?
The kids here?
Yep. Some people actually sleep where they live.
Kelly, Johnny, could you come down here, please? All right, Elizabeth, I got this all figured out.
Morning, Daddy.
You've got what figured out?
I've been thinking about this for a while. You two are going to have your own family. You're going to need your own place. So, open it. It's from your mom and I. It's the wedding gift.
$5,000?
You guys can't afford this.
Unless you've knocked off an ATM.
I refinanced the house, took out a home equity line of credit. It's all taken care of. So you two can go out and get yourself a nice place. There's enough money there for you two to stay in a motel. Where are you looking?
A motel?
Yeah.
You want us to leave now?
I think this is what's best for all of us.
You mean what would be best for you?
I thought this is what you wanted.
We can go to my parents' house for a while, but we can't take your money, Mr. Sims.
The hell we can't. But only to get as far away from you as possible. I swear to God, Daddy, we will pay back every penny so we don't owe you a thing. We'll be by tomorrow when he's at work to pick up our stuff. Come on. You raised me to be a good person. To do the right thing. You're my hero. It was all a lie, wasn't it? I know I disappointed you. I know I broke your heart. Now I know how you must be feeling. You're a racist, Daddy. You break my heart.
Davis has been staying with his friend all week. At least he's been spared all this bickering.
Honey, I know this is really important to you, but I have got to be in court in 10 minutes.
I mean, it's like he's a different person. I mean, this is not the man I married 28 years ago. 28 years of ups and downs, and I mean some way down. But we always stuck it out. We always got through it.
People change, Emmy.
Maybe he needs Prozac.
I don't think that's the problem. I am so sorry, but I really have to go.
And this is what really scares me. I mean, what if we don't make it through? Really? What if we don't make it?
Dr. Wallen, in your 5 years as a clinical researcher and as a psychiatrist at the Center for Sexual Deviance, your study found that rapists are generally broken down into 4 categories, correct?
Yes.
After interviewing the defendant, your report stated, states evidence 7, that he fit the profile of the anger retaliatory rapist. Can you explain that profile?
They tend to have conflict with the women in their own lives that they transfer onto their victims. They often use degrading language in order to humiliate them.
So you're saying every man who has a fight with his mother or wife is a rapist?
Of course not. I'm simply...
And according to your research, any man who talks dirty to his partner is capable of rape.
I said degrading language, and it's a prevalent tendency we've found.
How do the extreme injuries suffered by Miss Thornton fit this profile?
The anger retaliatory rapist uses excessive violence during his attacks due to his total disregard for the victim.
Because he hates women.
Objection.
Overruled. Yes. He sees them as bad, in need of punishment.
At this Center for Sexual Deviance, did you ever study women's deviant sexual habits?
Yes.
And in your studies, did you find women who found pleasure in violent, even dangerous sexual escapades?
Yes, we did.
What are you doing?
What does it look like?
You don't honestly think that you're going to be sleeping in our bed tonight?
There was a problem, and I fixed it.
You haven't fixed anything. This is not about where they live. The problem is what's in your heart.
No. The real problem is that I found a solution, and you don't like it. Welcome to my world.
And what is that supposed to mean?
You told me to find a solution. I did, and now everybody's freaking out. Kelly's calling me a racist.
She's right. She's married a black man. She's about to have his black baby. You seem to have a problem with that.
I have a problem with him sleeping with my daughter underneath my own roof.
Your roof, your house, which you decided to refinance so you could throw your own daughter out so you could be a little more comfortable. Well, let me tell you something. This is our house, and I want you out. I don't know who you are anymore.
I am the same person I've always been. Same person you married. The only difference is, now I'm sticking up for what I believe in. You've been calling shots for years, and I'm sick of it. I'm back, Mary Elizabeth, so get used to it.
If you're not leaving, I am.
Leave then. Then you'll be the one walking out on this family.
I'm walking out on you. I can't live the rest of my life with a racist.
Can you give us an example of the problems you had with the defendant in the workplace?
While I was out of work on maternity leave, he convinced some of my clients to move their accounts over to him.
Did you ask your clients why?
He told them that because I'm a woman, I wasn't reliable.
Did you confront the defendant?
I did.
What was his response?
That I shouldn't be working anyway. That my husband is a weak man for not being able to control me. He told me I was just like his mom.
Like his mom?
She was a working mother, I guess.
Objection, Your Honor. Presumption.
Sustained. Miss Jackson, get to the point.
Why did you file a complaint against the defendant with your employer?
He was sending everyone emails. I found them inappropriate and offensive.
Mr. Parker, as my client's employer, what did you do about the emails Allison Jordan alluded to?
We spoke to Matthew. He apologized and stopped sending them.
So he admitted he made a mistake.
It's a valuable employee who can recognize his own mistake and take steps to rectify it. He's really a great guy.
Thank you. Your witness.
And you didn't see anything wrong with the emails that your employee was circulating around your company?
They were just harmless jokes.
I'd like to show you what has been marked for identification as State's Exhibit 11. Would you read it?
Oh, what do 10,000 battered women have in common? They don't understand the meaning of the phrase, shut the hell up.
Well, I can certainly see why your employees might find that offensive. Can you?
Like I said, he stopped sending them.
Mr. Parker, what is Top Dog 33?
That's my email address.
State's Exhibit number 12. Would you please describe what is depicted in this email?
Objection. Your Honor, these documents were not produced in response to pretrial discovery.
Your Honor, the defense, as evidenced by their own written discovery request, did not ask for any other written statements other than those made to law enforcement personnel.
But, Your Honor...
Overruled. You introduced the email into evidence. Now, if you had conducted a thorough investigation of said files, you wouldn't have called this witness. Now, Miss Jackson's done her homework. I'm afraid you won't have to let this play out. Mr. Parker, you may continue.
It's a picture of a woman. She's tied up in bondage. There's two men, dominatrix. They're whipping her.
And the caption underneath?
It says, this would shut that Allison bitch up along with all the other whores.
And is the date on that email after the defendant received his reprimand?
Yes.
And on the list of email addresses, does Top Dog 33 appear?
Yes, it does.
Who sent that email?
Matthew Allen.
Well, I guess offensive and degrading material really doesn't bother you.
What's bothering you?
Nothing.
You're still mad about that stupid contest, aren't you?
Well, so what if I am?
What's the big deal? I beat you at stuff all the time.
The big deal is it's different, Mary Elizabeth. It's not just a contest. Never mind. It's a guy thing you can't understand.
I don't understand why you can't just get over it already. Why can't we just go to Renee's and have fun?
If I go, will you promise to stop bugging me about this?
Cross my heart.
Fine.
Fine.
4 in a row, man. One more game?
I'm going home.
Why?
Because I'm sick and tired of playing these stupid games I didn't want to play anyway.
Collier, why don't you stay? I just made chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, no, thank you.
Why don't we play something else?
We got homework to do.
What's with him?
Henry, why don't you go into the kitchen and get some milk? Thank you, Henry. Boys can be funny sometimes.
Sometimes?
Well, Collier may be acting this way because he feels like his manhood's being challenged.
But he's only 13.
Whether he is 13, 30, or 130. For men, it's always about competition.
But it's just a game.
It's not easy for boys to lose, especially in front of their girlfriends. And I am sorry to say, it doesn't get any better with age.
You think Kari will be okay? He'll get over it. He's just being a sore loser.
I've read both your briefs. And I understand that there's not been one appellate decision relating to the hate crime statute since its enactment in 1994. And I'm sure you will agree behind closed doors, you are stretching the traditional definition of physical disability.
The doors are closed, Your Honor, and I don't believe that I am.
The law is the law.
Written by men, about men, for men, to protect men. Look who I'm arguing with about this. Men! Maybe the cloud would lift if you all had to bend over and be torn to shreds.
Miss Jackson!
The police rape a man with a broomstick in New York, and the whole country hears about it.
I appreciate your sensationalism, but that was just one isolated case.
But that's my point. Thousands of women are raped all the time, and society never even blinks an eye. Do you know that 1 out of every 4 women have experienced some form of rape? 1 out of every 4. And we're just talking about the women who have been brave enough to step forward. If 1 out of every 4 men were raped, you can bet your life that gender would be included in the hate crime statute, and rape would not carry the same sentence as armed robbery. Matthew Allen weighs 210 pounds, twice that of Kimberly Thornton's 105. And it is because of this factor that Kimberly had a physical disability when he raped her.
The prosecution would have you believe, based upon a physical disability, that this is a hate crime? Please. What kind of message does that send to people who are stricken with an actual disability? It's insulting.
The Alabama hate crime statute protects people with physical disabilities against such crimes. You will be justified in your decision.
This is nothing more than a woman who felt guilty after a wild one-night stand. A woman who woke up the next morning ashamed of what she had consented to.
For the safety of yourselves, your wives, your daughters, you must find Matthew Allen not only guilty of rape, but of raping someone with a physical disability, thus convicting him to an additional 5 years.
In the case of the state of Alabama versus Matthew Allen on count number 1, rape in the first degree, we find the defendant guilty. Count number 2, that Matthew Allen acted in violation of the Alabama hate crime statute, we find the defendant not guilty.
Bailiff, please take Mr. Allen into custody. Court adjourned.
Thank you.
Well done, counselor.
Oh, you were right. I'm definitely going to put this one on my resume. I hope your boss doesn't hold it against you.
You did your job. Off the record, I'm glad it played out the way it did.